So I also wanted to cover Pythagoras and trigonometry. Now, what are these? So the example I give, and this might sound a bit silly, but imagine like you're Bob the Builder and you're not building anything, but you're trying to work out missing information in triangles. So you've got two different tools essentially in your toolbox. One is Pythagoras and the other is trigonometry. So Pythagoras allows you to work out the missing length if the other two lengths are given to you. And trigonometry allows you to work out a missing length or a missing angle. But here you need a minimum of one length and one angle or two lengths given to you. And in a sense, you can, so Pythagoras, first of all, is, I hope all of you know, is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where c is the longest side, which is the hypotenuse. So if you've got a and b here, then you square the a, square the b, add the two up, then you get c squared, and then you square root that number to get c. So that is easy. And if you are not calculating the hypotenuse, if you're calculating either b or a, then you do the c squared, take away the other known side, and then square root it to get the unknown. So that's Pythagoras, fairly straightforward. However, trigonometry is a little bit more advanced, only because we use some functions like sine, cos, and tan. But what do they really mean? So we know, well, I hope, SOH CAH TOA. So before I dive into what and OA is, so SOH CAH TOA, I think it's also useful that we just do a very quick exercise. So imagine you have this triangle here, and imagine this is the angle x. But what I'd want you to imagine is x is a corner that you're standing in. Or I'd want you to imagine that it's a bedroom in the corner of your house somewhere. So imagine that is your bedroom. And imagine your brother's room is here somewhere. Just bear with me with this analogy. So, and it won't be X. We'll have to find a different letter here. So let's just call it, A. So you know that the side length A is your brother's room, and you know that your room is here. So your brother's room, is it opposite your room or is it next to your room? Well, obviously it's opposite your room. So we'd call it the opposite length. And in the English language, we know that if something is next to you, we'd also call it it's adjacent to you. So if your I don't know, your dad's room is here, then that is going to be adjacent. So from this angle, this length is opposite and this length is next to it or adjacent. And the longest side is always the hypotenuse. That never changes. Anyway, so if you were to work out the x here, then you'd need to use either opposite and hypotenuse, in which case you're using a sine function. So sine of x equals opposite over hypotenuse. And then the cos would be adjacent over hypotenuse. And the tan would be opposite over adjacent.